This is the first in a series of videos I will be creating about fasting. I'm Dr. Stuart Kaplan, and I don't claim to be an expert on fasting. There is, however, one subject that I do consider myself to be an expert on, something I know more about than anyone. That something is me. The very fact that I've been alive for nearly 71 years gives me the right to claim to know more about my body and mind than anyone on earth. This, combined with my experience of over 40 years practicing and studying natural health, helping tens of thousands of patients, gives me quite a perspective on what is required to maintain optimum health. When I first entered the healing profession, I was considered a bit of an eccentric. I encourage my patients to overcome musculoskeletal problems by practicing yoga and paying attention to their diet. I would also discuss the healing power of fasting. It does my heart good to see that these topics are now becoming mainstream. There weren't many lessons on fasting in the curriculum of the chiropractic college I attended. My fasting education began years before my formal education, when I met one of the pioneers of fasting and natural health, Paul Bragg, the creator of Bragg apple cider vinegar and Bragg amino acids, that guy. I met him on the beach in Hawaii in 1973. I was just 23 and he said he was 70 years older than me. We exercised together, and even though I was in excellent shape, I had just been discharged from the military, I was running 5 miles a day, I was learning yoga and spent most of my day hiking and swimming, but I had a hard time keeping up with this dynamo. He later shared his book with me, The Miracle of Fasting, and I have regularly fasted since that time. I truly believe that this practice is one reason that I have only missed 3 days of work due to sickness in over 40 years. Mr. Bragg inspired me, and I was very disappointed to learn that he deserved his last name. He wasn't 93 when I met him, but in his mid-80s. He had also fabricated other things about his life that was discouraging to learn about. He did, however, inspire me to dive deep into the practice of fasting and natural health, and for this I am greatly grateful for. It was also a lesson for me to be like the mythical swan in India. It is said that if you mix milk and water, this swan is so wise it can drink the milk and leave the water behind. I truly believe we should question authority. I'm not asking you to believe everything I will be sharing in these videos. Observe and think for yourself. My goal is to undertake a 10-day water fast. This is day 1. I haven't eaten in over 24 hours and I feel like shit. My experience has shown me that this is one of the hardest days of a fast, and it will get better. My body is starting the process of purging. The millions of cells are purging what is no longer needed. I'll talk about that process in other videos. But it's cleaning up and dumping into my system all these debris, and that doesn't feel real good. So I'm going to keep this video short. I'll be adding one hopefully every day of this fast. And what I'm asking you is to take a good look at me. I anticipate you will be seeing a different face in another 9 days. The sun is setting on the second day of my fast schedule, and it's been a very good day. I had some surprises today. The first was when I woke up. Now, I do a lot of things to relax my body. I'm an avid yoga practitioner. I get massage, I do breath work, and it gets me pretty relaxed. But I have to say, when I woke up this morning, I was like melted into my bed. It felt so wonderful. And I'm glad I didn't have to get up and do anything because I just laid around and enjoyed that. It was wonderful. The other surprise for today was I was hardly hungry. And I know some theories on why that is, and I'll talk about that on other days of this recording. But I said that I'd talk about autophagy, where the body goes through a cleansing process. And right now, according to some researchers, I'm at the peak of autophagy, where my cells, every cell in my body, is cleaning itself up, getting rid of debris. Uh, Paul Bragg, although I don't think that was even a word back in 1973, but he would very often say fasting is like being on nature's surgery table. It's amazing. I've seen it so many times when I'm starting to feel sick and I have the presence of mind to stop eating. Whatever is going on is healed. So, uh, according to some researchers, between 24 and 72 hours is peak autophagy, where the lysosomes in the cells secrete enzymes that get rid of things that no longer is needed. So I'm enjoying that process. And I'm enjoying sharing it in these videos. I'm going to keep this one short of two. I've learned something making YouTube videos. People don't want to watch long-winded videos. So I'll do my best to keep it to the point. So tomorrow, I believe, I'll talk about ketosis. I should be in that process pretty strongly. So we'll talk about what ketones do in the body tomorrow. It's day 3 of my 10-day fast. And traditionally, in my experience, the third day has been a little bit challenging, but it, again, wasn't much of a challenge today. I was able to go for a hike quite a few miles into the Mountains to Sea Trail in beautiful mountains of North Carolina, and feeling very good. Looking forward to the next few days. And today I just really felt like I was living in an alternate reality. And having grown up, experienced the 60s, I'm comfortable with alternate realities. Uh, but I feel like the reason why I'm having these is because my liver is transforming stored sugars into ketones. And my brain is really enjoying having ketones to use instead of glucose. It's a preferred source of energy for the brain, and research is showing that it's very healing. It can be regenerative for the brain, as well as it could affect the microbiome of the colon, which some people say is the second brain. It actually increases T cells. It's just amazing the power of ketones. So I'm enjoying this experience of the fast, and look forward to see what else is in store for my body and what I can share with you. I want to share maybe tomorrow, day 4, I'll share some of the reasons why I feel like this fast has been easier than the fast that I've done in the past. And we'll talk more on day 4. So it's day number 4 of my proposed 10-day fast, and it's been a pretty easy day. I realize how much extra time I have when you're not shopping, cooking, eating, cleaning up or thinking about food, you have a lot of extra time. Do you know that we spend from 15 to 50% of our thoughts on food? So when you're not eating, you have a lot more time to devote to other things, and I've been pretty accomplished today. So I've been thinking about why this fast has been a little bit easier for me than typical fasts, and I've narrowed it down to three reasons. I'm about to have a birthday in less than a month, and I typically do something special on my birthday, a challenge to my body. Last year I did 70 push-ups on my 70th birthday, and I recorded what 50 years of yoga has taught this 70-year-old man. I'll put a link to that video here. Uh, kind of like Jack LaLanne, who also studied with Paul Bragg. He would do something special on his special birthdays. On his 70th birthday, he swam 7 miles, towing 70 boats with 70 people. And he really did that. There's a video of that on YouTube that's not doctored. So I told myself before my birthday I'm going to fast 10 days. And I feel like it's an important thing for me to do. I've never fasted that long. The most I've gone, I believe, is 7 days. And I believe it'll really help me maintain my health and energy level. So I'm doing it. I also feel like it's a little bit easier because I've been doing intermittent fasting, not every day, but very often. And most Mondays I fast 24 hours. So my body is kind of used to it. And it made entering into this fast a lot easier. The third reason, something a little bit more kind of esoteric, but I've also been incorporating something new into my breathing practices. Now I've been doing pranayama and different kriyas, which are the yogic cleansing breaths, for many, many years. But the big popular thing these days is the Wim Hof breath, and I looked into that and practiced it, and I like the one thing that he does that I've never done is after oxygenating your body, exhale and hold your breath out for as long as you comfortably can. And this is breaking habit patterns. We feel like we always have to breathe in after we breathe out. So you break that habit pattern and tap into it. For me, it feels like I'm tapping into a different part of my brain, the part that is will. You can overcome your parasympathetic nervous system by using your will. And I really feel like by practicing that breath, it's helped. And it's giving me more will to do what I have to do to maintain my health, my clarity. So I've enjoyed this 4th day, and I'm looking forward to the 5th day, which will be interesting. It will be the first full day that I'm in my office treating patients while fasting like this. So stay tuned to the next little video, and I'll talk about how that went. So it's day 5. I'm halfway to my goal of 10 days of fasting. And this was the first full day of work for me. And I found it very interesting. I feel like at this stage of a fast for me, every physical action is determined, very willful, and thought out. And it felt like it made me a better doctor. I was very focused with every patient, took time to listen, and thankfully, most of the physical actions I do in my office as a chiropractor, I've been doing for 40 years, and they're pretty automatic. Uh, but I had a lot of good results today and very productive. Again, because I didn't have to take any time out to eat at all. Uh, I am tired though, physically tired, uh, and I'm going to keep this fifth day video short. But it was a good day, and I'm looking forward to day number 6. Well, it's day number 6. It's been a long day. Uh, 12 hours of being in my office and Zoom meetings, and I'm real pleased that my energy level is up and I'm uh, able to handle everything very well. So one of the things I'm thinking about today, I no longer have hunger. That happens after 3 or 4 days on a fast. However, I really miss eating. And I'm thinking about what is that all about? I mean, you eat socially. Uh, it's a break from your day. There's many different reasons why we eat, and probably many different reasons why we overeat sometimes. So I'm pondering that whole situation and uh, how we use food for other things besides just satisfying our physical needs. A lot of things come up when you're fasting. You have a lot of time to think, and it seems like even more clarity with your thoughts. This has been a wonderful experience so far. Uh, I have to say that my physical energy isn't as high as it normally is. I'm not walking as fast and resting a little bit more whenever I have a chance. But day 6 has been pretty good, and tomorrow will be 1 week. And 4 more days, I will be enjoying some wonderful food. But for now, I'm enjoying the wonderful experience of not having food and letting my body heal. There's really, I feel powerful things going on within me. Uh, and I'm very excited about that. So that's day 6. We'll see how day 7 goes. So it's been 1 week, day number 7 of the fast. Uh, I had to punch a new hole in my belt this morning. My pants are falling off. I got on the scale and I've lost about 15 pounds. I'll gain a lot of that back as soon as I start eating again. Uh, but it feels kind of good to be below my high school weight. So, an added benefit of fasting, not the primary reason that I do it, but it's nice to get off any extra pounds. Today was a day that was a little bit difficult at my office working. My energy level was low, and I feel like that means my body is really working hard internally, and the energy is going there. But it's nice to have made it 1 week, and just 3 more days, and I'll be able to enjoy food again. That'll be wonderful. So this is the 8th day of my 10-day fast. I was thinking about yesterday. I was experiencing physical weakness, mental clarity, but physical weakness. And I just got to thinking that if you don't eat for 7 days, it makes 1 week. So uh, I'm a little bit more energetic today, but still, not moving really fast. And I finished my work week, which went really well. I was, like I said, I feel a lot of mental clarity uh, with my patients. I've had really good experiences with my patients. Uh, and this mental clarity has helped me. One of the reasons I'm doing this fast is to make some major choices, major decisions in my life. And I've gotten much clarity about it, and I'm real pleased with that. Uh, Tomorrow, on day 9, I'll plan on talking about some of the other benefits that you get from fasting, like spiritual benefits. So, so ends day 8. It's day number 9. One more day, and I can eat some food. I'm really looking forward to that. I miss food, but I'm really, really happy with how this fast is going. On day number 8, I talking about the spiritual benefits. That's not an easy thing to talk about. You know, you have one concept of God and I have another. One thing for sure, we're both wrong. God is beyond concepts. And how do you evaluate spiritual uh, growth? For me, during this fast, the way that I felt more spiritually connected, when I went for walks in this beautiful land that I live in and all the plants just thriving, uh, I can really appreciate every leaf, every blade of grass, uh, every tree, the clouds. Uh, I always appreciate them, or most of the time. But during the fast, I really felt the magnificence of creation. So to me, that's one sign of spiritual growth. And other things have happened during this fast where I guess you would call it synchronicity. So many things just fell into place, and it's kind of miraculous. The other thing is the clarity that came. Decisions about major choices I need to make in the near future became very clear. You know, Jesus is said to fast for 40 days, and then Moses fasted for 40 days and uh, came back with a lot of wisdom. So maybe 10 days isn't long enough to get that kind of wisdom. That would be great. But I feel very satisfied. I feel like there has been spiritual growth. So, tomorrow is the last day. And like I said, I am looking forward to it, and I'm very grateful for the ability to hang in there. So, see you on day 10. Well, I've done it. 10 days without one bit of food into my mouth. And I'm feeling really good. Still don't have the energy that I normally have, but I feel a deep peace. And according to the research, my microbiome and my gut is well balanced. Ketones have helped to regenerate my brain, especially the hippocampus, which in my case, uh, I've always wondered about my hippocampus because I am definitely directionally challenged, and the hippocampus has a lot to do with that. So we'll see if I get lost a little less often. That'll be wonderful. So this has been a wonderful experience. Uh, It's been an exercise of my will, and my body feels really good, other than not having the energy, but that's to be expected, at least for me. So I will certainly be doing 10 days more frequently. It was not hard for me to do. And hopefully this inspires you. Don't start with 10 days if you've never fasted. Start with intermittent fasting. There's lots of research and you can find out a lot about intermittent fasting. Start by skipping breakfast for a while. Then every once in a while, see if you can skip lunch and breakfast. Then go on to a day. And realize that's really the most challenging part, is the very first couple of days. So hang in there. And I truly feel that fasting is a miracle. That I can go 10 days, you can go 10 days, we can go 40 days. Uh, it challenges what our belief systems are about what we need to thrive and stay healthy. So I'm about to break my fast. I'm going to break it with some nice miso soup. That'll certainly help my microbiome as well. So, thanks for watching this. Subscribe to my channel. I'll be having some other interesting videos. This is kind of my annual birthday video. I'll put a link to my last birthday video where I turned on my camera and did my typical yoga routine, which I was able to do throughout this fast. And I shared what 50 years of doing yoga has done for me. So between yoga and fasting, I believe I'll have a healthy senior years. You know, I'm not into anti-aging. Anti-aging to me is death. We're all going to age. But I certainly don't want to age like many of my patients and people my age that I see who really aren't having a good life because of health challenges. I have no fear of death. If I have any fear, it's living a life like that. And if you are living a life like that, your body can change. There's many things you can do. Find a holistic doctor. Start doing intermittent fasting. Start stretching. Start walking. Start getting your body used to being active. You don't have to be debilitated with age. So, subscribe to my channel. There'll be many more videos coming. So, again, thanks for watching. Time to eat.